Some of the trigonometric identity values that we proved out in the video that just popped out at the top right hand corner of this video, I kind of want to use them in this video to solve some practice problem. These problems are kind of problems that usually used to come out in trigonometric, typically trigonometric ratios of special angles. So let's begin with the first example. Consider 1 plus tan 60 divided by 1 minus tan 60. How can we simplify this problem? So the first thing is that I recommend you check out the video as I showed how all those trigonometric ratios of special angles are proved out. So for now, let me give you a quick tip on what you can use to quickly get the value of these functions values of the special angles. So let's begin with that of sine 30 and cos 60. Keep in mind, sine 30 and cos 60 possess the same value, and their result is simply 1 over 2. Now, what about sine 60 and cos 30? They are also similar in terms of value, as the result is simply 3 over 2. And for the last case, that is tan 30 and tan 60. The case is different in either cases, but you can always get the other one once you know the first one. Tan 30 is simply 1 over 3. However, tan 60 is typically the reciprocal of tan 30. That's the reciprocal of 1 over 3. And the reciprocal of 1 over 3 is indeed equals to 3. And these are the corresponding values. Once you understand this pattern, I think you should be good to go. So now let's apply all these. Let's analyze them using some examples. So let's begin with the first one. So right now I will just replace tan 60 with the corresponding value, which is that of root 3. So right now the expression will turn out to be 1 plus root 3 divided by 1 minus root 3. Now it turns out that I'm now having a sword to be dividing one another. And I can't leave my answer this way. I need to rationalize. To rationalize a sword, all you need to do is to multiply both the top and bottom by the conjugate of the bottom, that is of the denominator. And the conjugate of the sword is simply the change in sign. So I just multiply by 1 plus root 3 divided by 1 plus root 3. I have a video on sword. You can consider checking it out. However, I will leave the link in the description of this video anyway. So right now, let's expand. So just distribute each term, the way you expand brackets, like that. So 1 times 1, I have 1. 1 multiplied by root 3, that's indeed equals to plus root 3. And root 3 multiplied by 1, that's root 3 as well. And root 3 times root 3, that's indeed equals to 3. Because that should result in square root of 9. And the root of 9 is indeed equals to 3. Now, what I'm going to do right now is that I will just assume or take the denominator to be 1 minus 3. Some of you might be wondering why. So let me try to expand that. 1 times 1 should be indeed equals to 1. And 1 times plus root 3, that's plus root 3. Negative root 3 times 1, that's negative root 3. And negative root 3 times positive root 3, that should be negative root 9. And root 9 is 3, so that should be indeed equals to negative 3. So let me add this. 1 plus 3, that's 4. Plus, what about root 3 and root 3? They are like terms, so I can have it with 2 root 3. Divided by, this cancels out, and I have 1 minus 3 left over. 1 minus 3 will result in negative 2. So can I just cancel out? That would work. I need to factor out. So it turns out that at the numerator, 2 is common. Bringing 2 out, I will be left over with 2 plus root 3. and this is dividing negative 2. So the 2 can cancel out at this point, and I'll be left over with minus 2 plus root 3. And if I should expand that, I should have negative 2, negative root 3 as my final answer. And that's how to apply those values, those trigonometric ratios into problems. I hope you got that. Let's consider one more for easy understanding. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do well to subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up so YouTube can recommend it to many audience out there. Thanks for watching, by the way. Consider the second one. By the way, feel free to pause the video and check this question out. Cos 60 minus cos 30 divided by tan 45 minus sine 60. Earlier, at the beginning of this video, I didn't give the value for the corresponding functions for angles 45 degrees. So let me try to disclose that right now. What is the corresponding value of sine 45 and cosine 45? The good thing about it is that they are actually the same thing. That's just 1 over root 2. And their cosine seems pretty much straightforward. Sorry, the tangent also seems pretty much straightforward. That's just 1. Tan 45 is just indeed equals to 1. Like I said, if you want to know how all this is true, you can always check out the video. Okay, I've proved everything outside. Okay, perfect. Now let's replace cosine 60. Earlier we said this indeed equals to sine 30, and the value is just 1 over 2. So I'm gonna have 1 over 2 minus cosine 30. We said is equals to sine 60, and that's just with 3 over 2. And I'm dividing the whole thing with tan 45, which is 1, minus sine 60, which is also 3 over 2. Now at this point, we need to simplify. So for now, let me just combine the bottom and the denominator first. It turns out that the LCM of these are the same, they're like terms. I can just subtract the power. Okay, sorry, the numerator. So that should be 1 minus root 3, all divided by 2. I would like to change this number line division into a regular division to keep things straightforward. And that is it. So what about 1 minus root 3 over 2? That should be 2 minus root 3, all divided by 2. How did I get that? Assume this is 1 over 1, and the LCM is 2. 1 in 2 is just 2. And I will multiply with this, that will still result in 2. And I have the subtraction sign to follows. 2 in 2, that's just 1, multiplied by root 3, that's root 3. And I have that. So it is perfect. Now, using the concept of keep, change, and flip, keep the first fraction 1 minus 3 over 2. Change the sign to product from division. Then flip the second fraction. That is, you should turn it upside down. The numerator should become the denominator, and the denominator should become the numerator. Perfect. Now at this point, you can clearly see that the 2's can cancel out. And left over is 1 minus root 3, all divided by 2 minus root 3. Now we still have solved. However, we just need to simplify by just rationalizing. Well, let's do that. So to rationalize, we multiply both the top and the bottom by the conjugate sword of the bottom. So that should be 2 plus root 3, all divided by 2 plus root 3. So 1 times 2, that's 2. 1 times positive root 3, that's positive root 3. And negative root 3 times 2, that's negative 2 root 3. Very good. And negative root 3 times positive root 3, that's simply negative 3. So I'm dividing that by 2 by 2. 2 times 2, that's 4. Then 2 times root 3, that's 2 root 3. The negative root 3 times 2, that's negative 2 root 3. And negative root 3 times positive root 3, that's negative 3 as well. Now let's combine like terms. So I can combine this, this cancels out. combine this. I think that makes sense. So 2 minus 3 rather, that's just 1. Then plus root 3 minus 2 root 3. That's just minus root 3. All divided by 4 minus 3. 4 minus 3, that's just 1. Then this cancels out. So eventually, our final answer is just 1 minus root 3. This is the final solution. Hopefully you got that. And that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Like I said once again, if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe to my channel. And here is an exercise for you. Consider this and let me know your answer in the comment section below. Alright, thanks for watching once again. See you guys in the next video. Bye for now.